Hey, what's up, America? Indiana property taxes. So the state of Indiana did something right for once, so of course a bunch of people met to protest it. So the state of Indiana passed what's known as Senate Bill 1, SB 1. This would cut property taxes in the state of Indiana and also shift some funds away from public schools and give it to charter schools. So of course a whole bunch of people gathered to protest the government and say that they were attacking public schools. And trust me, I've been a substitute teacher here in Indianapolis before, and guess what? Some of the public schools have quite a bit of money and they are absolute failures. Not the teachers, they're doing a good job. You're not allowed to discipline the students, and so you can barely educate them. In some of the schools, especially the inner city ones. That's where I used to teach a lot. So let's take a look at some of these images. So here's a bunch of people protesting outside the State House. They're saying that lowering property taxes will mean that the schools won't be funded properly, and so they're protesting lower taxes. And so basically in the state of Indiana, property taxes up to $3,000, you could claim a 10% deduction. And so that would help middle-class homeowners, of course. So liberals can't have that, so they say that that's going to take away from education. Even though the more we fund education, the worse the learning gets. Maybe we should try another approach besides throwing money at things. At the same time, the inner city schools are pretty lacking of supplies. Maybe you should investigate the school administrators. They seem to be making quite a bit of money. Maybe that's where your taxpayer dollars are going. Maybe if you took away from the administrators' salaries and put them back in the school and you didn't give them gifts of cars and houses like you used to, maybe that would help a little. You know what I'm saying? Sounds a little corrupt to me. And I know that's what you do with the money because I live here and I've heard countless horror stories about rampant corruption with school administrative staff, especially superintendents.